Hello and welcome to Ref Sports. This is Mohor Chaudhary and welcome to the second last pre-match live of Tata IPL 2026. And of course, as we all know, today's qualifier 2, where Rajasthan Royals take on Gujarat Titans at the PCA Stadium in Chandigarh. Of course, both the teams will be not only eyeing a victory tonight, but they will also be eyeing the prestigious IPL trophy. Whichever team wins tonight will automatically progress to play the finals alongside Royal Challengers Bengaluru at the Narendra Modi Stadium here in Ahmedabad. Of course, I will introduce my panelists at first. I have Vaibhav Tripathi today joining me, Shamik Chakraborty directly from the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and of course, Bharat Ramraj as well. So before we discuss what goes down in today's match, who outclasses the other, I'll go to Shamik first. Shamik, you're in Ahmedabad at the moment. Give us the details. What are the updates you have from Ahmedabad?
To start with more, it's sizzling hot. Around 4:30, the mercury was hovering north of 40 degrees. The real feel was about 47. And you can understand, it was sort of like a furnace. But still, excitement has started reaching fever pitch. I was having a conversation with a senior Gujarat Cricket Association official, and he told me they are expecting a turnout of 1,10,000 for the final. Ticket prices are from 2,000 rupees 2,000 to rupees 25,000. See, this stadium can accommodate. This stadium has a capacity of 1,32,000. But for a cricket match, it hasn't yet witnessed a complete full house in the sense it was pretty close for the 2023 World Cup final. But the only time this stadium witnessed a full house was for a Coldplay concert. So you can remember that also.
Yeah,
Jasprit Bumrah was there. So that
yeah.
Coldplay concert was a sort of iconic Coldplay concert. That is one thing. Now, as I told you, it is sizzling hot. But obviously, the real action today is at New Chandigarh. Vaibhav Sooryavanshi is playing the new supernova. But the old superstar is here, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, Royal Challengers Bangalore started their training session from 5 p.m. And Virat Kohli was the first to hit the nets. For the next half an hour, he played a pull shot that that didn't quite clear the deep square leg boundary, but a lofted straight drive that went over the side screen was sublime. He took throwdowns, he faced the bowlers, and interestingly, after his stint was over, it was Venkatesh Iyer. So maybe, just maybe, there is a hint that um, Royal Challengers Bangalore might be retaining that opening combination for the final as well. Virat Kohli, and we'll get tomorrow. There will be a press conference, so we'll get an update about Phil Salt, whether he is fit to play. But if morning shows the day, going by today's night session, it could be a case that it could be once again Virat Kohli and Venkatesh Iyer. Now, I asked that senior Gujarat Cricket Association official that the craze is this the craze for Vaibhav Sooryavanshi if he comes if Rajasthan Royals win? But he said no. Virat is here, and if Shubman wins, he is the home boy in the sense in the IPL. It is his Gujarat Titans would be playing at home. So all combined, um, excitement is building and all set for the final. And I will come back and I'll give you some details because tomorrow and day after there is an ICC board meeting here also. So I'll come back. When I come back, I'll give you the details about that ICC meeting.
Absolutely. Excitement is building. And of course, we have the RCB updates. But of course, if we shift our focus to today's game, of course, we have Rajasthan Royals versus Gujarat Titans tonight. Uh, Bharat, I'll go to you directly with a very, very important question that has been doing the rounds. So, whenever we think about Gujarat Titans nowadays, in this entire campaign, I would say, their fast bowling department has been the talk of the town, especially the power play bowling duo. But in the last game, we have seen them struggle, and not just that. There has been there's a concern that has raised regarding how they would perform outside of their home ground, especially when on flatter tracks. We have seen them struggle against KKR. We've seen them struggle against RCB. Are you seeing this as a concern, or can they turn it around from here? What are you expecting from the power play duo?
See, to some extent, it could be a concern. They played at Dharamshala. I go back to the same point. This is a ground which is at a very high altitude. Perhaps only Wanderers among the cricket grounds is at a higher altitude. So in those places, the ball will always travel. It's not just said by me. Someone like Tilak Verma said it to Will Jacks when he was batting. Just hold the shape on your shot, and the ball will fly here. So your control, your lines and lengths have to be really good, especially your line. There was a little bit of nip around at Dharamsala. It is not completely flat. I think RCB used that much better than the Gujarat
Mm.
Titans' bowling attack. Just that Gujarat Titans' bowlers, I think, erred in their lines a little bit. Maybe they bowled both sides of the wicket. If you do that at Dharamsala at a high altitude, especially with the dimensions also being quite small, the opposition will score a lot of runs. There's a second point that went against them. I think was fielding as well. Their fielding was atrocious. It's
Mhm.
not just about those two drop catches in a single over, but they also did a lot of misfields. So when you do these things, obviously it will affect the moral of a bowler, especially in the world of IPL where every ball is going for a six. If you drop catches, do misfields, then there is a good chance that the next ball also would go for a sixth because the bowler would lose some kind of motivation. So it's, I think, a combination of factors. But the one thing that seems to go against Gujarat Titans' pace attack is that they don't use too much of variations. It's a
Mm.
very traditional kind of pace attack. And the interesting thing is Rajasthan Royals also have a very traditional kind of pace attack today with Jofra Archer, Andrew Barker. I don't think, especially in this world of IPL, Jofra Archer is not used his little leg cutter. He seems to have, this is just a joke. He seems to have thrown that leg cutter into the dustbin, barring a couple of leg cutters that he has tried. He's thrown that leg cutter into the dustbin. So they also have a very traditional pace attack, and Gujarat Titans also have a very traditional pace attack. So it's interesting to see how they go at the Mulanpur roadways, considering how that track played out the last time around. It seemed like a Mulanpur roadways only due to Jofra Archer's explosive fast bowling. It ensured that they were able to restrict SRH. So interesting to see how Gujarat Titans go today. I just think they just have to believe that this was a one-off game. I understand you also said that they struggled at Eden Gardens, but look towards this particular match. It's still a pretty good pace attack. I think their control was a little off at Dharamshala. Just get your lines right more than the length, and I think they will be pretty fine at Bulanpur. Although one has to say that if the track is again so flat, then even if they restrict if for example, if they're bowling first, even if they restrict the opponent to about 220, they would have done a good job.
Yeah. Vaibhav, my next question to you, of course, talking about the bowling as well. Uh, Straight cut, I'll ask you, what was the reason behind dropping Arshad Khan? I think he was doing a decent job with the ball. He did contribute with the bat as well. And then suddenly you drop him, you bring in a Kulwant Kejrolia who has not played in this entire tournament. And then obviously it's a must win game. He's made to play there. What was the strategy behind this, if you could just explain?
Yeah, I think only Ashish Nehra can answer that. Why he played Kulwant Khejrolia, who was brought in as a replacement player. Again, that decision took everybody by surprise. We were doing the pre-match show. The moment Kulwant Khejrolia's name came, and I think whoever was hosting, my eyes popped up. How on earth they are playing a Kulwant Khejrolia, that too an important playoff game? I was beyond my understanding because see,
Yeah.
it's not like you don't have options. You have a Gurnur Brar just been roped in the Indian team. You have an experienced in Ishant Sharma. You have an Ashok Sharma who was a standout pacer in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and he played in the first half. He played most of the matches, so he can bowl at 150 plus. He has the variations as well. So why not an Ashok Sharma? Why not a Gurnur Brar? Why not an Ishant Sharma? Why a Kulwant Khejroli? I understand that there is always a temptation to bring a variety in the bowling attack by bringing a left armer, but you again, Kulwant Khejrolia getting him in an important game again. I will not blame Kulwant Khejrolia for
No.
performing that badly. It's to the team management. You cannot expect a bowler to come and make an impact straight away. Rarely it happens. Out of 10, you will say on 5 occasions, 4 occasions that will happen. Not every time it will happen. So again, that was a gamble that went against Gujarat Titans. But I hope this game because it's a clear knockout game for them. If they don't get their selection right, then it will be. And we have been saying that how good GT have been with their tactics, strategy. If they are going down because of these calls, then it will hurt them. Because now, I was talking to somebody in the morning that how Gujarat Titans have been consistently reaching the playoffs, finals as well, but only once they have won the final. Next season they ended up as runner-ups, and then only once they have missed playoffs. Otherwise, apart from one season, they have almost qualified for all the seasons. So they have been very consistent in reaching the playoffs. But again, you have to go one level up and get the trophy, and that's what champions team do. That's why. But again, the problem lies a lot of first is obviously the selection you talked about again. But you said Arshad Khan. If you look at Arshad Khan's performances in the last 3-4 matches, that only is good enough to explain why they dropped an Arshad Khan, because Kulwant Kejriwal is not a batsman. Arshad Khan gives you some batting as well. He's a bowling all rounder. But just because he was not doing the job with the ball, that's why they had to drop him. And we were discussing that they have come to a point. Arshad Khan has pushed the team management to the brink where they have to drop him now, and they did. The only reason why Arshad Khan was getting selected only because he can bat as well, and there are not many bowlers in that GT
Yeah.
squad that can bat as well. So, but I don't think again Arshad Khan is a wicket taker, is a proven wicket taker, and he will do the job for you. He
Mm.
can, but again, you have better options. That is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he was inconsistent. Yeah.
You can definitely go back to an Ashok Sharma who was doing well in the first half. Now you can go back to him. Sticking with Kulwant Khejurle certainly is not the option that GT should look at.
Absolutely. Shomik, if I go to you with my next question regarding the middle orders of both the teams, like, both the teams have followed a very different template, I would say. One going down the out and out aggressive route, and the other going down the complete conventional orthodox T20 cricket. And both the teams are dependent on the top three. But if you look at the GT middle order, they have not been exposed as much. They have not faced as many number of balls. Well, on the other hand, if you look at the Rajasthan Royals middle order, they have stood up on certain occasions and they have also contributed. So, if you had to compare the two middle orders, how would you compare and how would you rate the two?
First of all, if you look at the both sides, both are top heavy. Rajasthan
Yeah,
Royals, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, Jasasvi Jaiswal, and then Rian Parag,
Dhruv
Dhruv
Jurel.
Jurel. This is their batting. And once again, this is for Gujarat Titans, Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, Josh Butler. It is basically like that. And to an extent, T20 cricket is about the top order. If your top order fires, if in the last match that Rajasthan Royals played, we saw, I mean, after 12 overs, they were 157 or 160, something like that. So it was game over. Vaibhav Sooryavanshi took the game away from the opposition. So if your top order fires, you are not too bothered about middle order. But then again, middle order is important on pitches that where the bowlers also have a bit of a say, because otherwise it's the top order momentum and middle order. If you look at the last game, Rajasthan Royals lost momentum towards the end. They
Mm.
scored just 45 runs in the last 5 overs, and yet they won handsomely. So that is the thing. The way this early momentum contributed to their win. But if I don't know how the pitch will play, but New Chandigarh has always been a high scoring ground. I expect another high scoring thriller. And so, from that point of view, but if you look at the middle order, you asked me about the. If you look at Gujarat Titans, have more experience in their middle order. Rahul Teotia, he's a pretty experienced player at this level. Rashid Khan, he is a very very capable batsman. Jason Holder. So you will, if you compare, you will see more experience. Yes, they also have, Rajasthan Royals also have someone like Ravindra Jadeja in the middle order. But all combined, that is the thing. But once again, it is about that X factor. What that
Mm.
what that bo- what that baby boss will do, nobody knows. And if he once again starts that hurricane, it's game over for the Gujarat Titans.
Absolutely. And speaking about the baby boss, the 15-year-old prodigy, Bharat, How are you looking at his performance today? Last game he was phenomenal, and of course we all remember that he had bring up his first ever century against this very team itself. He announced his arrival in the IPL in style against Gujarat Titans. What do you think would the Gujarat Titans bowlers plan? How would they plan to contain him? Is there any strategy at all?
There are strategies, but obviously you have to execute those plans and hope that Vaibhav Sooryavanshi plays I think tries to be too adventurous or on those lines, then I think it might work. But see, he's someone who's a phenomenal batter. There's no doubt about that. Sometimes it feels as if, at least in T20 cricket, that he doesn't belong to planet Earth. Might be it is Jupiter, Proxima Centauri, whatever it is, some other universe. Yeah, because people are saying it's not just one universe out there. That's what scientists are saying. Anyway, coming back to cricket, see, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, obviously for a 15-year-old, I don't think I've seen a batter like him. Yes, I've seen Sachin Tendulkar, but he belonged, even when he was 17 or 18, I've seen him, but he belonged more to the old school ethics of batsmanship. But why was Suryavanshi like batter? I have not seen. So, yes, he keeps surprising you. There are strategies against him. As I've already noted, one of them is to try the in swinger or the nip packer, go very full because he's very much a backward player. But the thing against it is the white ball doesn't swing much. So it's not like you are going to get much uh, results out of it. If the ball doesn't swing, then he might just tongue you down the ground. The other one is to bowl hard length from over the wicket if you're a right armer, not thinking about left armers, because anyway, Gujarat Titans don't have a left armer. And even if they try that particular left armer, I think he will be smashed around. So what right armers can do is from over the wickets they can bowl that hard length and angle it slightly away, not just tuck him up, just slightly away, angle it slightly away, so that with that kind of bat swing, when it tries to play the pull stroke, hopefully we'll get a top edge. Couple of times it's happened. I think Mohammad Siraj himself once took him
Hmm.
down with a short ball with a slight angle away from him. The other one was I think Praful Himje and Mayank Yadav could have got him. Unfortunately for him, the ball fell in, well, just in front of him when he was trying to take a cotton ball chance. Maybe one catch was dropped of Pat Cummins in the league phase when he bowled a similar delivery. So it has worked, but again, you have to get your execution right. He might get a top edge or he might get a thick edge towards the third man region. If I'm not mistaken, the last game on 97, he got out that way against Praful Inje, tried to cut, kind of got a kind of got a thick edge on his uppercut, and he was caught at third man. So he has been dismissed that way, but again, your execution has to be spot on. If you miss it by an inch or two, you will travel, and even if you don't miss by an inch or two, you might still be smashed around when you try a hard length. Because Mayank Yadav was smashed when he tried a hard length with a similar kind of delivery. He smashed it down the ground, and he did it to poor Alex Green in the Under 19 World Cup, where he got one delivery big on Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, but he flat batted it down the ground. Extraordinary shot. So yes, he's an extraordinary player, and I think he's going to break maybe all records in T20 cricket. See, I don't want to sit on a sofa or a chair and talk about his Test cricket, whether he plays in Test cricket or whether he will succeed in that format. But in T20 cricket, he's going to, maybe even in ODI cricket, he's going to break some of the records. That's what I can tell about this phenomena called Vaibhav Sooryavanshi.
Absolutely. And Vaibhav, I'll just ask you a similar question, but I'll just flip the side. Gujarat Titans top three. Of course, they are top heavy, but the top three has been performing really well on some occasions. Yes, last day Sai Sudarshan dismissal was really unfortunate, but other than that, he has also been very consistent. Shubman Gill has stepped up. But on the other hand, if you look at Jofra Archer and Nandre Berger, their duo in the power play, how are you looking at this matchup? The top three versus their power play duel.
Yeah, obviously, that battle will be very interesting because our Rajasthan Royals have done really well in the power play, courtesy of Jofra Archer, obviously. But even if you look at the initial few matches, it was the pair of Nandre Berger and Jofra Archer, combinedly doing the damage. In fact, the first game of Rajasthan Royals, it was Nandre Berger who won the Player of the Match award. He dismissed Sanju Samson. He took one more wicket. The best part about both of them is they can both, move the ball both the ways and also can operate at 145 plus. So this is where things are difficult. And obviously Jofra Archer hasn't used, as Bharat also mentioned, that Jofra Archer hasn't used a lot of variation deliveries, so slower deliveries, and he actually said it in one of his interviews that the bowling coach of RR, I think it's Shane Bond, he said that you don't have to use too many slower deliveries when you can touch 150 when you are fully fit. This is a fully fit Jofra Archer we are talking about, who is taking wickets for one with express pace. The other day, why how Ishan Kishan got out, we were discussing, if that was a 135 km pace delivery, it would have gone over covers or over long off. But the pace at which he's operating, that's where he becomes dangerous. Nandre Burger has got a good slower one as well. Now, if a bowler bowls at 145 and suddenly the other next ball comes at 110, so there is a lot of difference in the speed, and that's where how you can outfox the batter. So these express paces with their ability to move the ball, I think Nandre Burger has got a very good bouncer as well. So he can definitely try that. Shubman Gill a lot of times trying to play that short arm jab in front of the
Short arm.
square has got out. Yeah, even you remember the 2023 World Cup
Yeah,
final,
of
Mitchell Stark
course.
got
That's
him
the
out
first thing I
mid on.
remember.
So that has happened with Shubman Gill in IPL as well. So
Mm.
definitely, see, it's not just about the the ability of both the bowlers to move the ball, but also to bowl a good bouncer, quick and sharp bouncer, well directed bouncer. Both bowlers are capable of doing that. But if you look at the quality of batsmanship that Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill have showed, particularly in this venue, it's not this venue, Ahmedabad, but in this venue also, because the conditions have been really good for batting. I back them, to do good unless and until that unfortunate dismissal happened. But one,
Mm.
because Shamik mentioned about both the middle orders, I would beg to differ on that, just because Rajasthan Royals, if you look at the current middle order of Rajasthan Royals, Riyan Parag is there at 4. Then you have a Dasun Shanaka who has scored a lot of runs in India, who is a very experienced T20 campaigner. Then a Donovan Ferreira who has won at least 3 matches in this season, won a high scoring game against Punjab Kings. Then there was a collapse, when Prafull got 3 wickets in first
Mm.
over. They were staring at RCB's record of 49. Then there was a partnership between Donovan Ferreira and Ravindra Jadeja that took them
Jadejana,
past
yes.
120. Yeah. So, and Donovan Ferreira is one of the best strikers of the ball, and he has proven this season that even if there is a batting collapse, he's very well capable, very well equipped of handling the collapses as well. You remember the Ravindra Jadeja against SRH? Then he batted really well in Lucknow, got earned the Player of the Match award in Lucknow as well, where batting has been the toughest this season.
Mm.
Lucknow, if you look at the first average
Yeah.
innings total. So comparatively, and then at 7 you have Ravindra Jadeja, at 8 you have Jofra Archer. So Riyan Parag, Dasun Shanaka, then Donovan Ferreira, Ravindra Jadeja, and Jofra Archer. I think this is far better than a GT middle order which has a Sai
Mm.
Sudarshan. Then you have a, you know, I'll not say that he's a bad player. Nishan Sindhu is a very good player, a very
Mm.
good future India player in making, but definitely not. At number 5, he's definitely not. He's a bowling all rounder who's been asked to bat ahead up the order. So again, they are just filling the spot with Nishan Sindhu. So Nishan Sindhu is not good enough for number 5. And then you have a Rashid Khan, Jason Holder, who are again bowling all-rounders. You will not count them as proper batters. So I think when you compare the middle order, I think Rajasthan Royals have definitely have the upper hand. So overall, batting wise, Rajasthan Royals have the upper hand over GT, and it's just if they again, it's about the power play duel. If they get the wickets of Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan, it's definitely Ara's game to lose them from that point.
Absolutely. Shamik, my next question to you. If you had to compare the captains of both the teams, how would you compare? Both with the bat and, of course, with the decisions that they've, taken on the field. How would you compare this Gill versus Parag?
Uh, Shubman Gill is a seasoned captain. He is India captain in tests and ODIs. Riyan Parag is a new captain. Kumar Sangakkara, their head coach and director of cricket, Rajasthan Royals, rates him very highly. But this is just the first season. You cannot. I have seen glimpses of, I mean, where like the game against Mumbai Indians, and when it was very delicate, when it was sort of 50-50 and Hardik and Surya were sort of taking the game away from the Rajasthan Royals, and Jofra had just one over left. He brought him back in the 16th over. That was smart thinking. Could be desperation also, but the way he has led, impressive. And also another factor, that Riyan Parag hasn't scored a bucket load of runs in this IPL, but still he hasn't let that affect his captaincy. Shubman is a seasoned captain, he knows, but at the end of the day, like Saurabh used to say, a captain is only as good as his team. Um, I mean, I was talking to an India player, I will not name him, a few days back, and he was told me something very interesting that after the first 6 games of the IPL, Shreyas Iyer was the best captain in the world, was the best T20 captain in the world after the first 6 games in this IPL. And now, after what has been happening, and Punjab Kings were on a downward spiral. So, and in this T20 cricket, is like you judge a captain over a period. Dhoni or Rohit Sharma became legendary captains after achieving something. Shane Warne, he led Rajasthan Royals to their maiden title in the first season. And given that ragtag nature of the team, you can say it was Shane Warne, the leader, who gelled them into a title winning outfit. But here, if you look at the current crop, you will not see anyone who can match them, like who can match an MS Dhoni or a Rohit Sharma or a Shane Warne. Maybe, just maybe Rajat Patidar, but then again, once again, combined, it is a combined effort. So it is not like captaincy masterstroke, and you have to prove yourself season after season to get there. Shubman Gill hasn't won the title yet. Riyan Parag is his first season. So we'll see. It is and it is not fair to compare also. It is not fair. Shubman Gill knows how to lead. Uh, let's see how it pans out. Although, because I will take your leave after giving some ICC update, because as I will not be there until the end, I am
Sure, sure.
already giving I am already giving you a prediction, which is a GT win,
Okay.
which is a GT, which
Okay.
is a
Okay.
GT win. Bec-
Okay.
Now, last game,
Yeah.
a lot of people said no, Gujarat Titans will win. I said Rajasthan Royals will. So you have to understand the game a bit. Let's see what happens. It's a fickle format. But coming to the ICC meeting that will happen in this city in Ahmedabad over the next 2 days, 30th and 31st, ICC board meeting. Some interesting things are official agenda. I haven't received it yet. The items on the agenda officially. But what I have heard, Test cricket will be discussed. The next WTC cycle, the two divisions, that theory is out of the window. But how to make World Test Championship more attractive will be discussed. Another thing, another story is doing the rounds that ICC might shift to pink ball instead of a red ball for all tests, irrespective of it it's a day test or a day night test. That is something. That is something. It's not even a proposal, but there is a school of thought. Let's see how it goes. Whether a second window for IPL will be discussed, I think it's a little bit premature.
Hmm.
People are talking about not doing the IPL in September and October, but I don't think it is visible in India because in September and October you can't have matches in Calcutta and Bombay simply
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
monsoon. You can't have matches.
True.
It is very difficult to do IPL in March, April also because our domestic season runs up to the middle of March. So will you start the IPL at the expense of domestic cricket? So that is also there is a question mark. Certain things will be discussed, and I'll be reporting it over the next 2 days from Ahmedabad. Let's see. I'll keep an eye on that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
So
joining, Tommy.
yeah, I take your leave because I'll have to
Absolutely.
send a video and file a story. And
Absolutely.
Royal Challengers Bangalore practicing also.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bharat, I'll go to you with the next question. True Wicket is saying Vaibhav has struck at above 200 against both pacers and spinners in IPL 2026. What's the best way to contain him? I think Bharat has already answered this. But again, take one more question from True Wicket itself. Agreed that both Gill and Sudarshan have accumulated many runs in IPL 2026, but the real question is whether an accumulating opener is really required in modern T20s. What are your thoughts, Bharat?
See, that there are two ways to look at it. See, Sai Sudarshan can play in a certain way. You can't expect him to
Yeah.
suddenly transform his game and play in some other way. So that is his method. He stuck to it. He's got some success. You have to give some credit to Sai Sudarshan. It's not like he's scoring his runs at a strike rate of 120 or 125. He's still doing better than that. Yes, you can argue that he can do better than what he's currently doing in terms of his strike rates, but that's his method, and he has stuck to it. And I think he's doing a fine job for Gujarat Titans considering that template. See, if Sai
Yeah.
Sudarshan goes and plays in some other side, maybe Royal Challengers Bengaluru, maybe in Punjab Kings, maybe even in say Rajasthan Royals, he may not find a place. But the kind of template that Gujarat Titans have is doing a fine job for them. He may never get into the Indian T20 side setup because looking at the kind of openers that India are producing in this format, he may not get a chance there. But for Gujarat Titans, he's doing well. And Shubman Gill, I think, is doing all right as well for Gujarat Titans. Again, he may not get into the Indian setup in the near future, but his strike rate is pretty. It is good enough. It's good enough when it comes to the kind of template that Gujarat Titans have. And yes, both of them are scoring runs. Someone like obviously Josh Butler also has scored some runs in the last few games. So I don't have a major problem with the top order. Yes, if they get a really flat deck, for
Yeah.
example, Mulanpur Roadways, if it again turns out to be Mulanpur Roadways, then maybe they have to score at a higher strike rate, especially obviously if they're chasing down a target. If, for example, Rajasthan Royals get to 230, 240 runs, then they definitely have to press the accelerator pedal, which I think they didn't do against Kolkata Knight Riders. They were chasing about
Well,
240 or
yeah.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
So Dustin
Shubman
got
Gill
retired
still
out,
almost
unfortunately,
played
on Friday.
superbly.
Yeah.
Shubman Gill played superbly. I understand Joe Butler also scored a 50, but I think they pressed the accelerator pedal just a couple more overs after what
Okay,
they should
okay.
have.
We have an update. Bharat, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but we have an update. Rajasthan Royals have won the toss and they have opted to bat first. So we will be seeing, perhaps we'll be seeing a Vaibhav Sooryavanshi carnage right at the start. Let's see. But till we are waiting for further updates, Vaibhav, there is one interesting question from Syed Nizamuddin. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but he's saying anything over 210, GT can't chase it because their batting is not in depth. If two or three wickets are gone, they will panic.
Was it for me or
No, no, it was for Vaibhav. I think
yeah?
his
It
screen
was.
is frozen.
Yeah. Okay.
I think his screen is frozen. Okay, then you can take
Can
it.
you can you
Bharat.
can you
Okay, okay, no,
nahin,
no, no. Now he's back.
can
Yes,
you
we can
come
hear you now.
can you come
Your
again?
screen froze for
Can
the
you
time
come
being.
again with
Go on.
can you come again with the question again? Am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, you are audible to me.
I can't hear
More
him.
more
Okay, this is some
can
StreamYard
you
issue.
repeat the question? Can you repeat the question? I think it is a problem with
Yes.
Mohor. Bharat, am
Yeah,
I
I
audible
think.
to you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm. You are audible. She just asked. I also don't remember the exact.
I think there's a
Yeah,
okay.
so
So
Sayed Nizamuddin is saying anything over 210, GT can't
Oh,
chase
yeah.
it because their batting is not in depth. If two or three wickets are gone, they will panic.
first of all, am I audible to you now? Can you
Yes,
hear
you
me?
are audible. You are
Mohor,
audible.
I can't hear
no,
you.
I'm
I'll
asking.
just quickly go outside
You
and come
have to
again.
come. Yeah. She's unable to. But coming to the question, I think it's again with GT. I don't know how many times we have repeated this. The same middle order woes. And if again, if RR post a total of 220 plus, then it will be very difficult for GT to chase because then a lot relies on their top order. And if the top order is blown away by Jofra Archer, Mandre Berger, RR bowling, then obviously it will be a Herculean task for GT to chase that total down. So you can understand the thought process behind the decision of batting first. Obviously, their batting unit is in sublime form and it's a knockout game. So my teams would like to bat first, but I think there's a we have a super chat as well. So Harshit Anand is asking Rohit, sorry, not Rohit Sharma, Ruturaj getting sacked from captaincy. See, there are no what I know is there is no discussion around Ruturaj's future as of now. Even CSK CEO Mr. Kashi Vishwanathan also cleared it that there has been no discussion as of now, as of today, regarding any cricketing related matter. Even it is there have been speculations about Stephen Fleming's future as head coach of the team, but he has categorically declined any such speculations that it is not true at all. We have not discussed anything, like CSK have not discussed anything, whether it's about Fleming's future, whether it's about Ruturaj's captaincy or Sanju Samson being the potential next captain. So nothing as of now. I personally, what I know is I don't think Ruturaj will be sacked for next year. I know Sanju Samson is there, but I think Ruturaj will be retained as captain. Yes, more. Now am I
Okay,
audible to
yes.
you?
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
But I have an update. Riyan Parag is saying we will bat first, pretty much the same wicket, but I think it slows down at the back end and we have the bowlers for it. We just need to play better cricket for 40 overs. The best team will win, blah, blah. Okay. Shubman Gill is saying we would have batted first as well. 40 overs of cricket already on this wicket and it won't behave differently. We have everything to play for. It's a now or never situation. One change, Sai Kishore is back. So, how are you looking at this Sai Kishore inclusion, Bharat? Does it
Yeah,
make
might
sense?
be. See, 40 overs have been bowled on that wicket. That I think is the reason why they have picked one spinner, because it might slow down a bit. If I go back same point, you might say I'm a broken tape recorder now, because in the last game at Mulanpur, it was a Mulanpur Roadway, but today because 40 overs have been bowled on that wicket, it might be a little slower compared to that particular game in which Rajasthan Royals took down SRH. So I can understand why they want a spinner out there. Uh,
Okay, one second, Bharat. You can continue, but we have the Rajasthan Royals playing 11. It's Yashasvi Jaiswal, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, Dhruv Jurel, Riyan Parag, Donovan Ferreira, Dasun Shanaka, Ravindra Jadeja, Jofra Archer, Nandre Berger, Brijesh Sharma, Yash Rajpunja. So, no change. They're going with the same team. Oh, you can carry on.
yeah, I think I just ended there. It just happened by coincidence that you started a question or started a
Oh,
new
okay,
question.
okay. Yeah. But we are still waiting for Gujarat Titans playing 11. But till then, Vaibhav, I
I
would
think
like to ask you this question.
only
Yeah.
one change Shubman Gill mentioned, right? Sai Kishore.
Yeah, that
So I
one,
think
that, only one change.
Sai Kishore coming in for
I
Kulwan
think for
Khejroli. I
Kulwan
think
Kesharia,
that
please.
yeah, that is the
Yeah, that's the
only
only
change,
thing.
and it makes sense because you have to understand that Sai Kishore. If you look at the last season, it was not
Yeah.
Rashid Khan. It was the Sai Kishore who was the standout bowler for GT, and not only against right-handed batters, even against left-handers he took wickets because he has a different variation delivery which I don't think any left-arm spinner has. I haven't seen any left-arm
Mm.
spinner bowling a carom ball, but Sai Kishore bowls the carom ball and bowls it well. The last time I saw him operating that carom ball was against Mumbai Indians, I think, where he got the wicket of Robin Mins with that delivery. So I won't be surprised even if Shubman Gill is takes that courageous call, that bold call of putting in a Sai Kishore in front of a Vaibhav Sooryavanshi or Yashasvi Jaiswal for that matter, because he has the variations and definitely see Mitchell Sandner has taken a lot of wickets of the left-handers. You remember Rishabh Pant getting out. Rishabh Pant was a very good player of spin in 2018-19 that phase, but in World Cup semi-final it was Mitchell Sandner who got Rishabh Pant out. So it can happen.
Yeah.
Harpreet Brar getting Cooper Conley and
Yeah.
Devdutt Padikkal out in the same match. So I won't be surprised. I think it's a very good decision. You have picked the best bowler available that you had
Yeah.
in the options that you have. It's Sai Sudarshan who's the best of the lot.
Sai Kishore.
I should,
Sai Sudarshan is a
Sai
better.
Kishore, sorry, Sai Kishore, sorry.
I
But
should
Too
okay, I'll
many
read out
Sais.
the playing 11
once.
since it's here. Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, Joss Butler, Nishant Sindhu, Washington Sundar, Jason Holder, Rashid Khan, Ravi Srinivan, Sai Kishore, okay. Kagiso Rabada, Prasid Krishna, Mohammad Siraj. I got confused for a second because I have not heard his name. Anyway, sorry for the ignorance. But before we take predictions, Vaibhav, I would love to ask you this question that has been in my mind for some time now. What are your thoughts on Yashasvi Jaiswal and the kind of template that he is following of late? I mean, I understand that he's trying to play the second fiddle, anchoring alongside Vaibhav, but is it really helping his cause to make a re-entry into the white ball setup? Your thoughts?
See, if he continues to play in this manner, he has to look at somebody like a Sai Sudarshan. Bharat also mentioned Sai Sudarshan was the orange cap holder last season. He should have been ideally Prasidh Krishna and Sai Sudarshan should have been ideally drafted into the T20I side. But what happened? Did it happen? No, it didn't. So now you have to understand that there are a lot of parameters, there are a lot of filters that selectors have put in when it comes to T20 cricket, not red ball, not test cricket or one day cricket, but when it comes to T20 cricket, even if you're averaging 32, it's fine. 30, fine, but your strike rate should be above 170, at least 165 plus. If you look at a Sai Sudarshan strike rate, it hovers around 160. And same, Yashasvi Jaiswal started the season really well. He put in the match of man of the match performance against Mumbai Indians in Guwahati. He was batting like a dream in Guwahati. He was liking the conditions there. But now what is happening, and we have discussed this about him, that I think at the start he's trying too hard, and he's finding own ways to get out. If he plays conventional shots, if he doesn't try too hard, then he's just too good enough a player not to score runs. He has scored runs. In fact, he has a 14 ball say half century to his name in this league. So no doubt about his ability. It's just that I think he also understands that if he has to make a comeback, not just in T20 team, he's not even in there in the one day team as well. So if he has to make a comeback, he has to be more impactful. Look at what the 15-year-old is doing at the other end, but he has to understand that every player has limitations. So he has to understand his limitations. He has to understand that you cannot play like a Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. You can be a Yashasvi Jaiswal and still score a 14 ball half century. I think that he should look to do, follow his
Absolutely.
process, and if he will get runs, I have no doubt that he can also strike at 170 plus. He has the power, he has the shots, just that he has to just calm himself down a bit, and then follow the process. If he follows his own process, the runs will come.
Just adding a
Absolutely.
point, there seems to be
Yeah,
some
yeah.
controversy with the toss. It seems
Hmm?
like they asked, the referee asked it to be redone. Initially,
Oh,
heads was
okay.
called.
Yes, heads was the call from Riyan Parag and it came down as tails. But the match referee Prakash Bhatt said that he didn't hear the call and they had to redo the toss, which was won by Rajasthan Royals. A stroke of luck for the Royals. What?
Yes, yes.
Okay, top 10 rare moments. But Bharat, here Vinay's Magic is saying match between Vaibhav plus Archer versus Gil Sudarshan, Butler, Rabada Siraj. Yeah, we've discussed that. Shailesh is saying Gujarat 52% match win. Gujarat Titans IPL final match jeetegi. Okay, Bharat, what are your predictions? Who is going to
First,
outclass the other?
First of all, Gujarat Titans have done one thing. They have dropped that left armer Kulwan, so that success percentage or that chances have has at least increased by a few percentages. But no, I'm not harsh on any player if you
No,
notice.
no.
But if you notice, this player doesn't seem to belong to the world of IPL, at least in this competitive league. There was some potential, at least with Arshad. I could see that he swings the ball a little bit. He's someone who can hit those sixes, but I don't know what exactly they saw in his left armor. So, leaving those jokes aside, yes, it's difficult to say who might come out on top. Maybe Rajasthan Royals have a slight advantage, but I think on paper this is a very much it is very much a contest between two sides who are very close to each other in terms
Yeah,
of.
very neck to neck.
Only thing that can go against Gujarat Titans is if Rajasthan Royals score about 230, then I have my doubts
Hmm.
over this Gujarat Titans batting and up chasing it down, even if the pitch turns out to be flat. So they need their fast bowlers to come good today. They get their lines right more than the lengths. I don't think their lengths were that bad in the last game, but their lines were bad. So they just have to get their lines right. Although it's not at a high altitude, Mulanpur, so at least the ball won't travel here. But
Absolutely. And we are waiting for the new toss update, which has not come. Okay. Yeah, it's not come about yet. But Vaibhav, your prediction? Who's winning?
I'll come during the mid innings break. I will do a separate show and do my prediction on the basis of what for first innings total is, because it a lot depends on what Rajasthan Royals will post in the
Yeah.
first innings. If they score again, if they score 220 plus, it's Rajasthan Royals game. If they score 220 below, anything around 200 is chaseable for this GT team. Their top order is well capable of pacing their innings, but I think like since I don't know what will be the score, a flat pitch is there, but I think today GT bowlers will have their day. So yes, I am backing GT to win and then play a home final.
Yeah, today is it's very difficult to predict. So I am also keeping it to 50-50. I don't know. I give up predicting this one. Let's see what happens. But I don't see the new
No,
update yet.
toss is
It's
done.
still.
That is redone. Redone. Toss redone. Then only it was redone.
Oh, okay. It was written before only. Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
that's
redone,
not
and
been
then,
mentioned.
then that is
That has
when
not been mentioned here. So okay, Rajasthan Royals opt to bat. Okay, and I think Vaibhav has some issue with his internet, so he has had to leave. But on that note, we come to the end of our pre-show. Thank you so much everyone for joining and dropping your comments down below. Thank you so much Bharat, Vaibhav, and Shamik as well for joining. We'll be back once again at the end of the game, of course, with the post-match show. So don't forget to join us then. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Keep supporting us this way and stay tuned to Rev Sports for more such updates. Goodbye, and we'll be back.